Hey guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Brooklyn. How are you all doing today? Today is May 31st, 2025. Okay, so I'm coming to you all with a Lane Bryant haul. Okay, a Lane Bryant haul. I have not bought anything from Lane Bryant in a long time. Okay, so I've been online looking. They've been having some awesome sales. So you all need to go. You ladies need to go to Lane Bryant's. Get online and look, they are having some awesome deals right now. And Lane Bryant is a pretty expensive undergarment store. They do sell clothes and shoes and stuff too, and those are expensive too. So if you can get on the sale, get in on the sale. If you can pay for it straight out, you got it going on like that, your coins is doing that, then hey, do what you do, okay? But I got some good sales here. So last week I ordered some panties, ladies, because you know you have to change your underwear and you have to change them daily, okay? And make sure they are washed in delicate not dishwasher liquid, washing powder for undergarments. Like I have used Dawn dishwashing liquid on my underwear before because I wash them by hand a lot of times, but Woolite and things like that, right? To keep them nice and intact. I do not dry them. I always hang them up to air dry. Okay? So last week they had a good sale, guys. I'm telling you. I got 10 pair of underwear for $28. 10 pair of underwear for $28. Now, the final total was $95 plus tax. So it was over $100. But after all of the discounts and everything, it came to $28 and change, which I thought was magnificent because, like I said, it was over $100 before the discounts were applied. So you all need to really check it out because I know a lot of you go to the, Belk, and if you have Belk in your neck of the woods or Dillard's and things like that, that's awesome too. But everybody knows that Lane Bryant's is like one of the number one undergarment stores, I'm going to say, in America. Then you have Sonoma. Sonoma. I have bought undergarments from them. They're good. Everybody know Victoria's Secrets. I bought, underwear from Victoria's Secrets. But Lane Bryant, Lane Bryant is it. So I got 10 pair for $28, and I'm going to show you all. And they're high-waisted. I like high-waisted panties because I like them to go far enough. I don't like anything rolling underneath my fupa. I do have a fupa, and I'm working on that fupa. I'm going to start walking and exercising again. I plan on getting me a treadmill, but anything rolling underneath my fupa is not. That's not good, right? So I get high waisted. You can still be cute with your high waisted. You don't want nothing rolling underneath your stomach, and then you got to work all day with something bunched up beneath your gut. Then you want to go in the bathroom and pull them off and stick them in your pocketbook, because I've done that before. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not shaming my game. I have went in the bathroom and I can take them off because they all roll under my stomach and they just uncomfortable. That's just not a good feel. Get the right underwear that fits you. Don't get small underwear. Make sure you get your size. I get a 14, 16. Most of my clothing is a 14. So I do 14s. But this is the first pair. This is a 14. They are so stretchy. Okay? The legs, they're not high leg. They're just high waisted. So that means they will go pretty much all the way underneath your breast. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just make me a specific underwear drawer, because right now everything is all over the place. I got underwear here. I got underwear here. I'm going to clean out one drawer and have an underwear drawer just specifically for my underwear. The next drawer will be specifically for any lingerie, nightgowns, or whatever I'm gonna sleep in. One drawer is gonna just be for socks. I plan on doing all that because right now I have socks and stuff mixed up in the drawer with leggings, and I have underwear over here in this drawer and a sock over here and a sock over there, and I just don't. I'm unorganized, So here is pair number 2, like a taupe. And guys, these are so nice and soft. They are so, oh my goodness. As you see, I have not worn them. All of them are brand new. I just picked this specific order up today. And I opened up 2 earlier just to look. And I was like, okay, so they have another sale going on. You can get, they have different sales, but I did notice they had a pack of 5 for $20. And then they have other ones like 9 for $35 and things like that. So they have some good sales. Then I love this color. I'm going to say it's like a shrimp color. That's what I see. It look beige on camera, but it's like a blush pink. It's like a blush pink. Okay. And I wanted to step out because most of my underwear, well, I'm going to say all are black. I wear black because I don't like nothing showing through my clothes. And even though I don't wear see-through clothes like that, I just always tend to go with black because here's another pair. Okay, here's another pair. See how far they stretch? But this is a 14-16. 14-16. Now, Lane Bryant's goes from 10s up to up. They go from size 10 on up, you know. So, and I think that a woman should have excellent underwear, excellent bras. I think you should get measured for your bras. A lot of women make the mistake of thinking that once they know their size in their bra, that every bra is cut the same. That's not true. That's not the case because you have different companies making these bras. So therefore, no. If you got Playtex, it's not gonna fit you like a Bally. You can wear a 34C in Bally, but Playtex might be a 38D because they're cut wrong. And I try to tell women, always get measured. Don't just get online and order a standard bra size because they're not cut the same. Well, I know what size I wear. No, you wear a size in that particular brand. But the next brand, you may not be able to wear that size. It may be too big. It may be too small, too tight. You have to get size. Unless you buy that particular brand all the time, you cannot count on no 2 companies are making the same exact cut. Even in underwear, even in shoes, jeans, everything, you have to get measured, especially with your breasts. I can't buy bras off the rack, and I cannot just buy a bra offline. I have to go in, and I have to be sized, you know? So here's brown. You know, so all of the ones I got, you know, $10, 10 pair for 10 pair. For $28. Of course, they all the same. I chose the same style. You know, just different colors here. Another taupe. Of course, like I said, I tend to get dark colors, but I did get some lighter colors because, you know, I want to be a little on the wild side. So here's another, like a brown. This video going to be real quick. Like a brown. Right? A nice brown. I hope my phone don't go off because I didn't set it on do not disturb. So if it rings, I'm gonna have to pause. Another. And then these last 2 are the same, but they are black. Yeah, I just always get black underwear. So the next bag is Lane Bryant too, right? And I got this like 2 weeks prior, and I wound up spending like $60-something for this because the sale was okay. And I also got like a Spanx, I think you would say. It don't roll down, not supposed to roll down. We'll see. It's supposed to hold you, you know, hold everything in so you look smooth underneath your dresses and, you know, in your jeans and everything. So I got one of those, and I believe this was $22. And I got this on a different order. The first order, I had 10 pair that I just showed you for $28. It didn't even make it to $30. With taxes, it was $28 free shipping. You can ship it to your home or to the store. I sent it to the store because I was out. I'll be out, so I go ahead and get it while I'm at my job. I just go straight to the store. So I got this. So I'm anxious to see how this fits because these things could be quite uncomfortable. They could be quite uncomfortable. So I want to see this. So this is more like a little, not I'm gonna say a panty girdle, but it's lightweight, but it's supposed to hold you. And then I got these panties, and I love them. And none of these have been worn. I want to show them to you all first. I got this pair. These are so pretty. I love them. Black and white with the floral and everything. A 14-16. Very, very stretchy. So this is going to fit someone who wears a 14 through a 16. Okay? 14-16. Those. I got another taupe pair. I got these black and beige stripes. I love these, guys. I want to get some of their bras too. I always stick to a black bra, and I do have some neutral colors, but I want to get me some of those leopard print bras and stuff like that from them too, right? But I got these. These are so freaking cute, I think. And leopard print is sexy. Even though they are high-waisted, they still cute. They are still cute. So I got those. And then, of course, the last pair is the black. So I think that's like, what, 16 pairs? Besides what I have. And then I'm going to go through my drawer and get the old ones and, the ones that's too small, the ones that roll underneath my fupa, and get rid of those and just clean me out of drawer and have my panties in this drawer and have my other stuff in this drawer and get myself together. Women, we need to get ourselves together and take care of ourselves and make sure that we are, feminine. I mean, I know every woman is different, and we're not all as feminine as some, and some of us are more feminine than others, but we still have to make sure we have some femininity about us. And when I say that, I mean like nice underwear, perfumes, lotions, and making sure you're bathing and showering and cleaning your areas, your private areas, every day. It's a sad thing to go in the bathroom behind another woman, because I've done this before, and you can smell her. Because you can tell that either if she had intimate, intercourse, you can smell it. You can smell the urine when she's not drinking a lot of water. You can just smell it, because we hold ours in, we're closed up. So you have to make sure that you're clean. I know they say don't use soap. When they say don't use soap, to me that means like up into you, up in there, But I use a feminine wash on the outer skirt because you sweat, so I use it on the outer part of that, and soap it up with soap that's not harsh. I have used feminine wash for women, but I like to use Dove. I use a Dove bar, or I would get Dove baby soap. Just go to the baby aisle and get baby soap, or Johnson & Johnson baby wash, something that's going to be very, very delicate, that's going to clean you but not strip you and not burn you and not hurt you. Don't go using no Dial and no dishwashing liquid down in there. Don't do that. But make sure you're keeping it clean. Make sure you are washing underneath your arms, and you don't want to lift your arms up and you're musty. Somebody smell you, they smell musk. I've had that to happen to me, as far as somebody leaning in on me and I could smell them. And they're women. You need to make sure you keeping yourself together. And if you're a smoker, nobody don't want to smell your cigarette smoke all over your clothes. I knew a woman that smoked all the time. She smoked. She's no longer with us, but she was a smoker. And you didn't know she was a smoker. You never smelled it on her breath. You never smelled it on her clothes, and you never smelled it in her car or her house. She was immaculately clean. She always had some gum. She sprayed air freshener. You never knew she smoked unless you seen her smoke. And she was an avid smoker. She smoked all the time. She was a chain smoker. But you would not know because she did not have it all over her clothes. That's unattractive. For you to come, somebody to come around you and you don't smoke and you smell the cigarette smoke all over their clothes, it's just horrible. And women should not smell like that. You even have men that don't smell like that. They smell good. So being a woman, you need to make sure you are doing the right things with your body, taking care of it. You know, I have to practice eating right because I'm always on the go, which reminds me, guys, I have been working. I have to say this. I worked 7 days a week, like literally. Okay. Literally, I'm not joking. Monday through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, literally 7 days a week. I got up every morning. Okay. For years. Today was my last day doing Saturdays and Sundays. Today was my last day. Literally, I am not having to do Saturdays and Sundays anymore. I'm just working Monday through Fridays now. That is such a blessing. I can actually sleep in. I can actually do some things around the house. I can actually do some things for myself. It has gotten to the point that I haven't even been able to go and get me a decent manicure. I squeeze in a pedicure, but I'm so tired. I just don't even want to do anything. So today was my last day working the weekends, and I don't even know how to feel about it. I don't even know how to feel about it. It just feels strange to me because I've been doing this since 2016. And I don't miss days. I go to work. And it just feels so strange, And a friend of mine was like, girl, you've been set free. Be grateful. And I'm very grateful, but it just feels, Brooklyn is used to working. Brooklyn is a hustler. I work. And because if you want anything in this world, especially in America, you have to work unless you just got it like that. You have to work, right? And I go to work like all the time, like working 40 hours at the first job and 30 hours at the second job. It's like literally 70 hours a week for years. And today was my last day of working Saturday and Sunday. No work tomorrow, which is June 1st, Sunday. And then from then on, no more weekends. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with myself. I have no idea what I'm going to do with myself. It's just crazy to me. It feels strange, But I want to come on here and show you these items and encourage you all to get you some fresh underwear and it's nothing wrong if you have great underwear, good. It's nothing wrong getting more. There's nothing more wrong with getting more. And don't say, I can't afford Lane Bryant, because you can. Walmart sells underwear, Target, I'm sure, whatever, Roses or whatever you want to go to, Ross's, TJ Maxx, wherever you want to go. Burlington sells underwear, but Lane Bryant underwear is very expensive. But if you get the sales, you can have you some really, really good, well-made underwear, soft to the touch. They're not going to tear up. They're not. I'm pulling this and it's bouncing right back. It's bouncing right back. Okay? You can have good underwear. You need to have good underwear underneath your clothes when you get dressed to go out. You need to have good underwear. You don't have a wreck or a fall and your underwear all tore up or you ain't got none on, especially if you got a dress on. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure you got the good underwear, the good bras, the good Spanx, because when you have on your clothes, you want to look good, smooth. You don't want lumps and bumps and underwear with the string and stuff coming out. Throw those away. Get online, get you 10 pairs for $28. I know people may say, well, you can't do no better. If you can go to Walmart and spend $15 for a pack of 6 underwear, you can go put a little bit more to Lane Bryant's and go over there and get you some good underwear. I'm not saying Walmart don't sell good underwear. Roses don't sell nice underwear. I'm not saying that. But sometimes you just want to just have good stuff. Good stuff. It's not always it is about the sale, but you just want to just have good stuff. Especially you're a woman, even men too, but I'm talking to the women. You want to have good stuff. Don't always think you have to settle for less. Even in relationships, you don't always have to settle for less just to have somebody. You don't have to settle for less for people to mistreating you and abusing you, leaving you, going with another woman and then coming home. Men, you either don't have to settle for women leaving and going with other men and coming back. You don't have to settle for that. Don't always settle for less. Treat yourself nice. If you want people to treat you kindly, you have to do it to yourself too. We treat ourselves bad sometimes. We neglect ourselves. And then when people do it, we think they wrong, but not realizing we do it to ourselves too. Just by not eating right, not drinking water, not exercising, buying ourselves the cheapest things you can find. I will buy some stuff on sale. I'm talking about quality, made quality. I like shoes. And like I said, I buy in the summertime. I don't spend a lot of money on shoes because I'm going to wear them once, maybe twice, and they're going back in the closet. In the summertime, my feet hanging out of them. But in the wintertime, I'm going to spend me some good money most of the time on my winter shoes because I'm in the rain, I'm in the snow, and it's cold. So I'm not saying that you can't do that, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about quality stuff too. You want to put something quality in your body and you want to put something quality on your body and next to your body. Even with your spouse, your mate, you need them to be quality and you need to be quality. When you're interacting and engaging with other people, you need to be in that realm where you are quality and they're quality. You don't want junk laying all over you. It shouldn't be no junk in your body or on your body. Human or not human. When I say not human, I mean clothing and things like that. You deserve quality. And if you're not getting quality in your relationship, you need to revamp and think about that because you deserve to have good quality. Everybody deserves to have good quality in everything. They have different levels of quality when it comes to material things. There's different quality in human beings too, and spouses too. What you're going to get when you marry this person. If you want this, then you can't marry that. If you want somebody to be faithful, you can't marry somebody who you was messing around with before you married them. Because then 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be faithful. If you want to be healthy and slim, you can't get with somebody who like to eat junk food all the time. That's what happened to me. I was slim. I was slim. I always been slim. And when I met my ex-husband, he ate a lot of junk food. I didn't. But going out eating with him, he introduced me to things that I wasn't used to eating. And I picked up the habit of eating anything I wanted. I never did that. Even coming up as a teenager, I never did that. I had discipline when it came to food because I didn't want to be overweight. Even up into my adulthood, I had a child. I always was disciplined. I could eat one meal and keep it moving. I walked a lot and everything. But when I got with him, it was, let's go to this restaurant. Let's go to this restaurant. He buying cakes and cookies for the house, ice cream. I never ate things like that. And I couldn't because I had stomach problems. I always had ulcers and I had, acid reflux. So I had to be careful anyway. So I got into that habit. And then it's hard to stop. It's a struggle for me now. I like junk. And I have to kind of go cold turkey. But I never did that before. So you can't, if you want that in your life to be healthy and not to have that kind of stuff, then you can't marry somebody like that. Now, my fiance, he eats healthy. He cooks everything. He don't eat out. We may go out to a restaurant when we're on vacation, but he don't eat out on a daily. He cooks fresh vegetables and stuff every day. We don't live together. And I work all the time and stuff too. So I can't, do them things. But when we're together, I get a fresh cooked meal. It's cabbage. It's fresh potatoes, fresh tomatoes, fresh cucumbers. I mean, everything is fresh. He buys nothing canned. He fries no foods. It's always on the stove in a stew or in the oven. He does not do any of that. It's always bananas, apples, oranges, grapes, kiwi, watermelon. That's how he eats. He drinks tons of water. So I eat like that when I'm around him. He walks everywhere. He rides a bicycle. He's in the gym. When I'm with him, oh, it's on and popping. But then when I'm home, so I'm working on that. I'm working on that. And we have to work on that. And that's the same thing with your clothing and your soaps and your lotions and your shampoos and your toothpaste. You want a toothpaste that's going to help whiten your teeth as well as help fight cavities. You want a mouthwash, not just to make your mouth smell good, but stuff that's going to help fight cavities and plaque. That's Listerine. Listerine is the number one mouthwash as far as I'm concerned. It will burn your soul out of your body, but it's going to take the cavities and the plaques with it. So you have to be mindful of things and how you treat yourself. And I thought to myself, I got some cheaper underwear in my drawer and everything like that. But I was like, let me go back to Lane Bryant. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me go back. And I just pulled it up online and realized, hey, I got a Lane Bryant credit card that I haven't used in about 2 years. Let me go back on here and see what they got. And they got some awesome sales, women. So, give it some consideration. And I've been sharing it with my girlfriends too. Like, hey, go on Lane Bryant's, and look and see what they got. And I had a friend say, I'm going to Walmart and look. I said, you're going to spend the same thing at Walmart. Now, if you want to do that, do that. But at least get you a pack of good pair that will cost you $100, but on sale, you're going to get it for $30. And put you on some good underwear. And then when y'all take them off, wash them in some Woolite and hang them up to dry. Don't throw them in the dryer. They're good. You don't want to throw them in the dryer. They get a lint all over them, and they just wash them by hand. Woolite, something soft and delicate, Dove, and just wash them really, really good and just hang them up to dry so they can last you a long time. Somebody told me Lane Bryant underwear didn't last them. And it depends on how you're washing them, because I wash mine in cold water with delicate washing powder. You can't throw it in there and wash it in burning hot water and acid soap and throw them in the dryer, and they're going to come out fitting your 1-year-old nephew or niece, not nephew, Lord, niece. You got to take care of your stuff. That's why they have bags you can put your bras in. So when you throw them in the washing machine, they're not getting all tangled up together. You get those little bra bags, put them in there, put them in the washing machine, put them in and then you hang them up. I wouldn't dry my bras either. But they have things like that. Lingerie bags, you can use them for stuff like that. You don't just wash them with your towels and things like that. And your socks, they get lint all over them. We have to do better and take care of ourselves, There's no reason to walk around here your white underwear gray. When they start getting that dark, you can't clean them. Guess what you need to do? Throw them away, or if you have your monthly, save them for monthly days. And then get you some new white ones. Me personally, I don't like white underwear. You see the ones I showed you. And the shrimp color ones or the blush pink, that was a step for me, because I like all dark underwear. I don't like you to see nothing through nothing. I like dark underwear. So that was a step for me, But anyway, I want to come on there and say that, guys. I want to share that with you all. I may do another video tomorrow, June 1st. I don't know. I have to see. That's my day off. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that. That's my day off. So I don't know how long I'm going to sleep. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't. I don't know. I'm still in shock. When I walked out of the group home, I was standing in the middle of the driveway. My coworker was like, I'm going to miss you, because we were working together, the weekends and stuff. I was standing in the middle of the driveway like, where do I go? What direction do I go? Now, mind you, I'm still working there, but it'll be Monday through Friday. No weekends. Because that's my part-time job. I was like, where do I go? What am I supposed to do now? I've been doing this 8 to 5 every Saturday and Sunday since 2016. Yeah. And now I am just like, I got things to do around the house. Y'all, somebody may say, okay, you should be, I am happy, but it's a shock because I just never thought I was going to do that. I never thought it was going to happen. I just didn't. I'm like, I can't believe it. I requested it and they was like, okay, we understand. It's been a long time. You're getting older. I mean, I've been here since 2016. It's 2025. So obviously, if I aged, So I still don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll clean out some drawers, and I still got some pictures I did some hauls on. I haven't hung them up. I found the nail salon here in my town that's open on Sundays now. I don't have to try to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So it's crazy. Normally people are like, oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. And I be like, yeah, but not for me. It's never a Friday. It's just in one door and out one door and in another door, out one door and in another door. It's like it just rotated. I was like, unless I called off for vacation, I mean, it was just on and on and on. So, I have to get used to that. I have to get used to being able to actually lay down and don't do nothing if I don't want to do it. And I'm just not. I'm like, what? I'm like, who does that? You're supposed to go. But no, you have to lay down and rest. That's another thing that we have to do. Learn how to rest and take care of yourself. Sometimes you feel sick. You have high blood pressure, things going on because you're just not resting. You stressing, you working, you punching that clock. You got to worry about paying this and paying that. And sometimes, we need to just rest. Go to sleep. Take some sleepy time tea and go to bed and just rest your body and your mind, And, the Lord said rest. You don't supposed to work 7 days a week. But these days and time, things have changed, yes. But I'm just glad that I don't have to do that anymore. That's a blessing. I'm grateful. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. Y'all hear the TV. I'm looking at a horror movie. I love horror movies. Well, it's not really a horror movie. It's a drama movie. It's drama. This man had an affair with a woman, but come to find out, she's a detective in a murder case that he's being blamed for, but he didn't do. I think she did it. And she's a detective. He didn't know she was a detective. He was just sneaking around having an affair with her on his wife, but come to find out she's a crazy detective. And she's setting him up. So, but anywho, I'm going to go. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday evening. And with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.